If you're on ODSP and it feels like no matter how hard you try, the math never works, this video might change how you survive the system. I'm not here to sugarcoat anything. I'm going to show you real-life survival budgeting strategies that most people never learn. The kind that protect your rent, stretch your food, and keep you from falling into crisis. This isn't theory. This is how you stay standing when the numbers are tight. And if you want honest, practical strategies about ODSP, survival planning, and building stability inside a broken system, make sure you hit like, subscribe, and ring the bell so you don't miss what's coming next. Every video here is about turning confusion into control and fear into strategy. Let's get into it. 1. The reality check budget, knowing your true numbers. The first step in survival budgeting on ODSP is brutal honesty, not optimism, not hope, numbers. Most people don't fail because they're bad with money, they fail because they're guessing. Survival budgeting starts with writing down every dollar coming in and every dollar going out. Rent, utilities, phone, transit, groceries, medication, hygiene, even small purchases like coffee or convenient snacks. When you see the full map, panic turns into strategy. A survival budget isn't about comfort, it's about control. You're not trying to live big, you're trying to prevent collapse. That means separating expenses into 3 categories: survival needs, stability costs, and optional spending. Survival needs are food, shelter, medical, and transportation. Stability costs keep life functioning. Optional spending is where adjustments happen. This is not about guilt, it's about awareness. A clear budget reduces anxiety because uncertainty is scarier than low income. When you know your numbers, you stop reacting emotionally and start making deliberate choices. The goal is not perfection, the goal is predictability. Predictability is power when resources are limited. 2. Grocery survival strategy, eating without starving. Financially, food is one of the few flexible categories in a survival budget. That means it's also where strategy matters most. Grocery survival is not about deprivation. It's about efficiency. Focus on high-calorie, high-nutrient staples: rice, oats, beans, lentils, frozen vegetables, eggs, and bulk proteins. These stretch farther and stabilize energy levels better than processed convenience food. Weekly meal planning prevents emotional shopping. Walking into a grocery store without a plan is like walking into a casino with your rent money. You're going to lose. Build meals around repeatable staples. Repetition isn't failure, it's survival discipline. Cheap doesn't mean unhealthy if you focus on whole ingredients. Use community resources without shame: food banks, discount grocers, clearance racks, loyalty apps, and price-matching stores. These are not signs of weakness, they are survival tools. Every dollar saved on food is a dollar redirected towards stability. The goal is steady nutrition, not gourmet cooking. Hunger makes stress worse, weakens decision-making, and increases emotional spending. Eating predictably is a financial defense strategy. A fed mind makes better survival decisions than a starving one. 3. Housing pressure, defending your biggest expense. Housing is the hardest pressure point in an ODSP budget. Rent often consumes the majority of income, leaving almost no breathing room. That means housing strategy isn't optional. It's defensive planning. If rent exceeds safe levels, the rest of the budget becomes fragile. One unexpected expense can trigger crisis. The first rule is stability over pride. Shared housing, subsidized units, or transitional living arrangements may not feel ideal, but survival budgeting prioritizes security over image. Eviction risk is financially catastrophic. Stability must come first. Protect housing by automating rent payment immediately after income arrives. Treat rent as untouchable money. This removes temptation and prevents accidental shortfalls. Build relationships with landlords when possible. Communication reduces conflict and can buy time during emergencies. Housing survival also includes energy management, reducing utility costs through efficiency habits. Small changes compound over time. The goal is not luxury, it's sustainability. A secure living situation reduces stress, improves mental health, and protects every other category in your budget. Housing is not just shelter, it's your financial defensive wall. 4. Utilities and bills, controlling the quiet leaks. Utilities don't feel dramatic, but they quietly drain survival budgets. Electricity, heating, internet, and phone bills can creep upward if left unmanaged. The survival approach is constant awareness. Review bills monthly, question increases, call providers, ask for hardship programs or low-income discounts. Many exist. Most people never ask. Energy discipline matters. Lights off, devices unplugged, heat managed, water usage controlled. These habits aren't extreme, they're strategic. Each small reduction is a long-term defense. Survival budgeting isn't about one big change. It's about dozens of small ones that add up. Communication expenses deserve special attention. Expensive phone plans often hide unnecessary features. Basic functionality is enough. The goal is connection, not status. A cheaper plan that works is a victory. Utilities are predictable expenses, which makes them controllable. Predictability is an advantage. Build them into your fixed budget and defend those numbers aggressively. Quiet leaks sink financial stability slowly. Survival budgeting plugs them before they become emergencies. 5. Transportation. Mobility without collapsed transportation is about access to food, appointments, work opportunities, and social stability. But transportation costs can spiral quickly. Survival strategy focuses on reliability over convenience. Public transit, community ride programs, and medical transport services exist specifically to reduce burden. Use them. If maintaining a vehicle, treat it as infrastructure. Maintenance prevents catastrophic repair costs. Ignoring small issues leads to financial shock. Budget monthly for future repairs, even if the amount is small. A $20 buffer today prevents a $1,000 crisis later. Walking when possible saves money and improves health. Health improvements reduce future medical strain. Survival budgeting connects physical resilience with financial resilience. Transportation decisions must align with reality. Pride purchases, expensive vehicles, or unnecessary upgrades destabilize fragile budgets. Movement should support life, not threaten it. Mobility is survival. The goal is dependable access without sacrificing essential needs. 6. Medical costs, protecting health without bankruptcy. Health expenses are unpredictable but unavoidable. Survival budgeting accepts this and prepares buffers wherever possible. ODSP coverage helps, but gaps remain. Track prescriptions, supplies, and recurring medical needs. Planning reduces shock. Preventative care is cheaper than emergency care. Attend appointments. Follow treatment plans. Ignoring health to save money often backfires catastrophically. Short-term savings can create long-term debt and suffering. Use every available benefit. Many people underuse coverage simply because they don't understand it. Ask questions, research programs, advocate for yourself. Medical literacy is a financial skill. Health stress compounds financial stress. Protecting physical stability protects decision-making ability. Survival budgeting is not just about money. It's about maintaining the body and mind that must survive inside the system. 7. Emergency buffers, creating micro-safety nets. Large emergency funds may feel impossible. Survival budgeting uses micro-buffers instead. Even $5 or $10 saved consistently builds psychological protection. The amount matters less than the habit. The habit creates resilience. Micro-savings prevent small crises from becoming disasters. A broken appliance, unexpected travel, or medication gap becomes manageable instead of catastrophic. Survival isn't about wealth, it's about shock absorption. Keep emergency money separate from spending accounts. Visibility creates temptation. Separation creates protection. Treat the buffer like armor, not spending money. The goal isn't comfort, it's survival margin. Even a thin cushion changes how you experience stress. Knowing you have a fallback reduces panic and improves decision-making. Survival budgeting is emotional engineering as much as financial planning. 8. Emotional spending, the hidden enemy. Financial survival is often sabotaged by emotional spending. Stress, loneliness, boredom, and fear push people toward quick comfort purchases. These purchases aren't stupidity, they're coping mechanisms. But survival budgeting requires awareness of emotional triggers. Track not just what you buy, but why. Patterns emerge. Certain days, moods, or situations drive spending. Replace emotional purchases with low-cost alternatives: walking, calling a friend, journaling, exercise, or structured routines. Shame doesn't help. Awareness does. Survival budgeting is not punishment, it's protection. Every dollar preserved strengthens stability. Emotional discipline is a survival skill, not a personality trait. It can be learned. You're not denying pleasure, you're delaying harm. Short-term comfort must not destroy long-term safety. 9. Community resources. Survival is not solo. Isolation increases financial fragility. Community resources exist because survival systems recognize individual limits. Food banks, community meals, housing assistance, legal aid, and support groups reduce pressure. Using them is strategy, not failure. Survival budgeting includes social infrastructure, relationships matter, trusted people provide information, emotional support, and sometimes practical help. Pride isolates, strategy connects. Learning the local support ecosystem is as important as tracking expenses. Knowledge expands options. Options reduce fear. Survival improves when people cooperate. You are not meant to survive alone. Systems are harsh. Community softens impact. 10. Long-term survival. Mindset, stability over escape fantasy. Survival budgeting isn't about instant escape from hardship. It's about building a stable platform from which improvement becomes possible. Fantasy plans, get rich quick, sudden windfalls, distract from real strategy. Stability first, growth second. Focus on what you can control. Habits, awareness, planning, discipline. These compound slowly but reliably. Survival is a marathon, not a dramatic comeback story. The goal is not to feel rich, the goal is to feel secure. Security reduces fear. Reduced fear increases clarity. Clarity allows opportunity recognition when it appears. Survival budgeting is quiet power. It transforms chaos into structure, structure into resilience, resilience into possibility. You are not trapped. You are building a foundation under pressure. That is strength most people never learn.